I'm just gonna listen to you, and I'm gonna make something happen over here, and we're gonna be in the same virtual space. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yeah. time we got here?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We're at 8:52.
That's pretty close. I'll take that.
Oh, dude, this is. All right, try to express myself in words when there's like not really words that can do it, but I'm feeling like extremely comfortable working with you, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Like
you, Lewis.
we've done it much more often than we have. One thing, um, but also, man, you really have down the original music vibe. Like I always like to sort of take myself back to the sort of like almost like pre-language that we're using right now. And folks did stuff, man. Folks got together and they ate and they made music, right? And a lot of it was you know some tonal stuff, but just a lot of percussion. It was probably some of the early stuff. Um, you've got that vibe for me. Like
Oh, thank you, man.
yeah,
It's a lot of it is uh, two very influential people when it comes to this idea of like um, early music, which I think was probably highly improvised, and it was connected to everyday things like making bread or you know plowing a field or something, and everyone just participated. But two people that are working today that I think really got me into that idea of kind of music based more in place and time or improvisational personal music is like Hamid Drake and
mm.
James Falzone. He
Mm.
is a giant influence, and most of what I do is based off of what I've heard I do. So I'm very grateful to have him here in Chicago that I can check out his playing all the time and also speak to him about music and all that because he definitely informs a lot of what I'm doing.
Yes, and a beautiful person to boot,
Totally.
man. Like there's just I'm trying to like in terms of who's a really great human being. Hamid, man, it's just like it just sort of it just comes off him, and it's like it's welcome. Like know that, and then the genius that comes out, and the ease of genius that comes out, and complexity of it when he's playing. It's just like, oh man, I want to live here. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah. The way he kind of just he it's it's effortless. He's a fully formed complex individual who I think really loves life, and you can hear that in his playing, and it's something I think I'd like to aspire to. I mean, he's a true inspiration, just the way he carries himself in the world, and that kind of like inner work that he's done over his life to make the music what it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I put Michael Zarang in that zone too.
Totally.
You
I
know,
mean, being a drummer in Chicago to say you're not influenced, like an improvised music drummer in Chicago, to say you're not influenced on both Michael Zarang and Henry Drake, I would say you're probably lying because what they've done here in Chicago permeates through, I think, all of the drummers here who are aware of their work.
right, right. And so Adam, that brings me to like your work with your. I'm going to say it wrong because it's not in front of me. Adaphoric as the orchestra stuff.
Totally, yeah.
Am I saying it right? Adaphoric or
It's the Adiaphora Orchestra.
Adiaphora? Right. I was listening to that the other day, and you're orchestrating that in real time, and there's compositions though involved. Am I right?
Um, are you talking about the large group record that came out last year?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Totally. So I'm doing like conduction work, which is improvised conducting. The band has a set of hand signals and cues that we're working from
Yeah.
that are like really sparse, like play melodically, solo, things like that. So just very, very like as little information as necessary, and then trying to organize that through these cues and signals, and that is just comes from my love of Butch Morris, the great conduction artist.
Well, the tip.
I really just wanted to try that, and Taishang Sori as well is also an influence of mine in that world. I just saw a big group of young musicians that were hungry to try weird stuff, and I was like, let's try it. I mean, I'm grateful they all said yes to do it.
Yeah, it does. That's what you gotta love Chicago for that. It might take other cities. It might take a little bit longer to sort of get that together. But Chicago's just like not only like hungry, but they sort of like they have the appetite for it, and it's I mean, yeah, it's hard work and stuff like that, but like everybody's just into it, man. It's beautiful, you know.
Yeah, I think the thing is that like Chicago is still pretty affordable to live in as a musician or artist. So I think that allows for a little bit more openness and collaboration as opposed to some other cities that might be more uh, things take a little longer because of money, essentially.
Yeah, right.
And that's fair. You know, that's just the way it goes. But, you know, Chicago's still affordable, and there's a lot of people who are hungry to make work and you know develop community, and I think that's great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think there seems to be less hangups. I don't know. I mean, I know Chicago's just as old as New York. Maybe not as old as New York like that. But in terms of where it's coming from, you know, it's you know, we're talking right there through the middle, man. Kansas City, up and down New Orleans. It's sort of like, you know,
Yeah, great migration. I mean, that you get those early Louis Armstrong records here. You get the ACM. You know, you have extraordinary popular delusions. You have the entire jazz and improvised music ecosystem
right.
permeating for Chicago. And that doesn't even include the blues and soul and footwork and this great tradition of Black American music that Chicago has. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Not to even mention sort of like, you know, house music and stuff like that. It's sort of like, you know, touring there all the time, man. Just I don't know. It's a good thing. It's we're blessed, man, and it's, you know, even though we've had a pandemic year, it's kept on going, man. It kind of feels like there's a wave of coming out now. It's gonna be like, all right, here's what I've been doing. You know, here's what I've been working.
Totally. Yeah, I'm excited to see what all my friends have been up to, like, and colleagues in the community, and see what they've been working on over the past year. And I think everyone's going to be coming out with a lot of great music and really focused endeavors. I'm really excited to see what people are doing.
You got a thing called Orthostat, is that right, Bill Harris?
Yeah, that's a duo record with Bill Harris, so both playing drums and percussion. That comes out on Scripps Records May 18th. And then I have another record coming out in June with Chris Moore, who's a great alto saxophonist.
Yeah.
And that'll be coming out on Amalgam June 14th. That hasn't been announced yet, but that one will be exciting. Chris and I have been playing together for a long time.
Yeah, no, Chris is great. Well, it's announced now, man. It's public.
There it is. Just happened.
Hey, man, Adam, thank you so much for spending this hour with me in my little shop here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Thursday Night Life Music. I'm your host, Louis Achenbach, and this has been Adam Shead on the program. Hit him up on Bandcamp, email him directly, call him on the phone, go see him at his house. He's a beautiful person, and Adam, I'm looking forward to me and you doing some stuff live in a room together, you know?
That'd be fantastic, Louis. That'd be great.
All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in, and what's going on? There's a little bit of a break, but Jihi Hio, the pianist from New York, she's going to be on May 27th, and for a while there, I'm going to be at the Allegra Hotel, and we'll get into that some more. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Adam, thank you, man.
Of course. Have a good night.
All right, take it easy.